Welcome to the Hemlock State Explorer. Today we are at the magnificent Michaux State Forest and we're exploring what is called the Heaven or Hell Trail. Kind of a strange name for a trail. I don't know why it is named such, but I'll do some research, and if I find anything I'll post it at hemlockstateexplorer.com. The trail starts at this water treatment plant. I'll pan around and you can see there's a small lot for maybe, I don't know, 4 or so vehicles. Just don't block the gate if that lot is full. There's another lot down the road, I don't know, maybe 50 yards. We'll head up here into the woods. There are multiple paths to take in this loop. The way we're going will be about 3¼ miles. And there will be some uphill, but it's not terrible. And there are some rock formations and scenic views at the top. Really glad you're with us today. We parked off of Staley Road, and it can be tricky to find the pull-off because it's in the middle of a curve on Route 233, but we'll mark it for you at hemlockstateexplorer.com, along with all you need to know before you go. We're pausing here. Yeah, you can hear we're close to the main road. Okay, that truck passed so you can hear me better. We're pausing here because this is the loop junction. Here's the trail we'll be coming back from to our left, and we'll take the loop counterclockwise by heading up here to the right, and our first objective, Eagle Rock Overlook. Thus far, the trail has been unblazed, but it's mostly obvious, even through the leaves and snow. We passed through some hemlock stand and a nice spruce stand just behind us. As we climb further up the hill, the trail becomes rockier, and we're about to take on a bit of an incline to reach Eagle Rock, which presumably is that ahead of us. All right, let's get up there. We're at the plateau of the Heaven or Hell Loop, and we climbed the rock formation, but there were no views to speak of. There was a little something through the trees, but nothing I would call a scenic overlook. There are rocks all around. Let's see if we get something better over here. It looks like some footprints in the snow and something of a path. Okay, this looks more promising. Not a spectacular view, but certainly better than that rock formation. We climbed the rocks and we're facing west toward Mont Alto, but still nothing much through the trees. Well, maybe there's something better later on. We passed through a serene pine stand, which you see before you, and climbed the largest rock formation on top of the hill. Presumably this is Eagle Rock. It's right on the location marked on the map. But still the views are lackluster. Not even views, they're non-views. You see a little bit of the mountain and Mont Alto through the trees, but nothing I would call a scenic view. The best part about this rock outcropping, if we pan around, is actually this pleasant, almost hidden pine stand behind us. As we turn back and pass through the sheltered pine stand, we'll continue on our journey. The trails have been roundabout thus far. If you look on the map that we'll provide at hemlockstateexplorer.com, it looks like a 3-armed starfish with curving its arms around, and even within the arms there are many undulations where the trail turns back on itself, maximizing the distance within the space, and there are indications that this is a popular mountain bike trail with the characteristic cut-in curves, the undulations as the trail turns back on itself, and there are generally gradual gradual inclines, and that would explain the unusual names, as mountain bike trails, for whatever reason, typically have provocative or unusual or just generally creative names. After the rocky plateau, we passed through a sapling forest, and now we've entered the remains of an orchard. I can smell the sweetness of the grass even now in mid-December. And look here, huge wasp nests on these old trees. Wonder if anyone's home. Nope. Too cold. Let's check this one. Nice. Here's a large, conspicuous, craggy rock we encountered as we traveled along a narrow rim, and it looks to be a cave. Let's go inside. Ah, nice. Not terribly deep, but certainly enough to sleep in. Oh, there's another chamber over there. Let's take a look here first. What do you think? Okay, let's see if we can squeeze through here. Not really anywhere to go. Just another narrow chamber. Interesting markings on that rock. All right, we'll back out of this cave. Back in the main chamber here. Pardon the disorientation as I turn the phone. There's a path up here. Let's see if we can... Okay, there's some more of the rock formation. Let's see if we can make it to the top. Maybe there's a view up there. We're at the top of the craggy rock with the cave just below us. Finally, a scenic view. It's not much to write home about, but it's the best we've seen so far, with the Cumberland Valley below and Tuscarora Mountain on the horizon. Here's a view of the craggy rock formation from the side. We were just standing there to take in the scenic view. I think we'll call it the balcony. If you come up here, a word of caution, we saw some wasp nests, so just be extra careful looking for them, in addition to our serpentine friends. If you come here in the nice weather, of course, right now, that was not a concern. We are on my favorite part of the trail so far, a rocky ledge with a narrow trail facing west, where through the trees we see views of the Cumberland Valley and the Tuscarora Mountains. We're at a popular hangout spot. Was here 4 or 5 years ago, and it was pretty trashed up at the time. Seems to be a little better now, although somebody has added a love seat, I guess, to enjoy the view. Let's go over here next to this trashy piece of furniture. Yeah, here's the view. Please don't mind the torn up love seat, but here's the best view on the trail. After enjoying the views and turning to follow the trail before us down the mountain, I spied a cave on the side of the hill. The trail's right here. We must have passed right by it. We were coming from above the rocks in the other direction and walked right by it without ever seeing. Let's go investigate. Not terribly deep, but it's completely covered. Okay, there's even a little side trail. Oh, there we go. Yeah, here's the trail we were on. We walked right on top of it almost. Okay, not much to write home about. Looks like it's better for critters than people, but in any case, we at least got to investigate. Alright, there's the trail below us. Let's head down. Okay, I was mistaken. There is a trail that heads down the mountain that way, but what we really want to do is pass through this hangout area and descend via the gigantic boulders and rock cliffs, and if memory serves, this will be a very nice trail along a stream with some greenery. Well, not so much green, but white. We just passed into the ravine, obviously shaded from the sun, and went from the green and brown of the pines and fallen leaves to a cold, rocky, white landscape on the north-facing side of the ravine. We'll be careful walking through here. It's fun. It was perceptibly colder. You know how it is when you walk into a cold spot? Well, immediately when we walked into this ravine, we felt the temperature drop immediately. Such a fascinating place. And check out those huge rocks up ahead. Okay, we're going to need to be very careful passing through here. So I remember coming here in the summertime, and maybe this is what I was thinking about when I thought green, or maybe further on down along the stream there are mountain laurels, but we will soon find out. Check out these huge rocks on both sides of the ravine. Ah, glorious. Let's continue. We've returned to the trail junction, passing over a very old stone bridge. There's an owl? Yeah, there's an owl right above us. That was fun. Didn't get a great view of it, but still, what a great way to spend a couple hours. The trail wasn't long, but it had lots of variety. We took the loop counterclockwise for the sake of exploration and just to enjoy the outdoors. But if you want to more quickly get to the best parts of the trail, the scenic overlook at the rocky cliff and the craggy rock with its cave, you can take that clockwise. There are many trailheads and many paths through the Heaven or Hell loop, so be sure to bring a map and compass or GPS or however you navigate. And you can find all that you need to know before you go, along with all of our other adventures at hemlockstateexplorer.com. If you found this enjoyable or helpful at all, please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, we can't wait to see you on the next adventure.